Hi everyone, my name is Lindy and welcome back to my channel, The Yellow Rose Craft Room. I have a book haul to share with you all today. Please excuse my voice. I have been dealing with a cold and I've been having this type of voice for about 3 days now, and well, you know what, I'm just trying to get with it, and today's the first day that I can actually communicate somewhat without it just totally going out. So I'm going to try to get through my book haul. If I can't, then I'll have to pause it and come back another day. But I don't have very many books to share. I am trying to read other stuff besides romance. I've bought some thriller books. I have been watching some YouTube channels that have recommended thriller books. So I had this lady on Facebook. She was on the Facebook Marketplace, and she was selling some thriller books, and she was very local, and I went over and I picked them up, and then I went to Half Price Books and I found some there. And so these are just like my small thriller book haul, and I really don't know anything about these books. I didn't really never, except for one, I've never heard of these books before or these authors. So if you have the ones I mentioned, please comment down below and let me know if you liked them or if you have any other recommendations. So the first one I got is from John Sanford. It's Deadline. Like I said, I've never heard of him, and I've never even heard of this book. This was from the Facebook Marketplace sale. It says a puzzling abductions case leads Virgil Flowers to the investigation of a very different and shocking kind of crime into a small town sense of justice that can only end in murder. Looks very good. So I'm excited to read this one. Second one is by Patricia Cornwell, a Scarpetta novel, Flesh and Blood. Never heard or seen this one. Dr. Kay Scarpetta is about to head to Miami for a vacation when she notices 7 pennies on a wall behind their home. Is this a kid's game? If so, why are all the coins dated in 1981 and so shiny they couldn't be newly minted? Then she learns there's been a homicide 5 miles away. A high school teacher was shot with uncanny precision, and he unloaded groceries from his car. Yet no one heard or saw a thing. Soon more victims surface. The shots seem impossible to achieve, yet they are so perfect that they cause death in an instant. There is no pattern to indicate where the killer will strike next. First it was New Jersey, then Massachusetts, then the murky depths of the coast. Then she comes face to face with shocking news that implicates her niece Lucy, Scarpetta's own flesh and blood. Ooh. That sounds really good. Patricia Cornwell, never heard of it. But if you've read any of these, let me know. This one is by Harlan Coben, Missing You. A nightmare is just a click away. So I wonder if this is like a dating online kind of thing. I was right. Surfing on a online dating site, NYPD, Detective Kat Donovan feels her whole world explode. Starting back at her ex-fiancé, the man who shattered her heart, and whom she hasn't seen in 18 years. Oh, geez. But when Kat reaches out of the man of the profile, an unspeakable conspiracy comes to light. As Kat begins to investigate, her feelings are challenged about everyone she's ever loved. Even her father, whose cruel murder so long ago has never been fully explained. With lives on the line, including her own, Kat must venture deeper into the darkness than she ever has before and discover if she has the strength to survive and what she finds there. Harlan Coben, Missing You. Excited for that one too. This is by John Sanford. First time in paperback, Gathering Prey. This cover looks like something you would see on like The Walking Dead. At an urging of his daughter, Lucas Davenport investigates the serial murders of a band of innocent drifters. Embarking on the odyssey through a bizarre subculture will put Lucas and his daughter in danger and might just change the course of his life. Looks good. James Patterson, The Murder House. This house will cost you ... your life. David Ellis. So maybe it's two writers. I'm not going to read it aloud. I'm just going to read it. That looks really good too. Looks good. This was a part also of these books in the Facebook marketplace. Then She Was Gone by Lisa Jewell. Excuse me. No one ever just disappears. Ellie Mack was a perfect daughter. She was 15, the youngest of three. She was beloved by her parents, friends, and teachers. She and her boyfriend made a teenaged golden couple. She was days away from an idyllic post-exam summer vacation with her whole life ahead of her, and then she was gone. Now her mother, Laurel Mack, is trying to put her life back together. It's been 10 years since her daughter disappeared, 7 years since her marriage ended, and only months since the last clue in Ellie's case was unearthed. So when she meets an unexpectedly charming man in a cafe, no one is more surprised than Laurel how quickly their flirtation develops into something deeper. Before she knows it, she's meeting Floyd's daughters, and his youngest, Poppy, takes Laurel's breath away. Because looking at Poppy is looking at Ellie. And now the unanswered questions she's tried so hard to put to rest begin haunting Laura anew. Where did Ellie go? Did she run away from home, as the police have long suspected, or was there a more sinister reason for her disappearance? Who is Floyd really, and why does his daughter remind Laura so viscerally of her own missing girl? I can't wait to read that one. This one is, I got this one. Let's start with this one because this one's part of this group. Another John Stanford, Rough Country. It says, great rate guaranteed. The murder of a successful advertising executive leads Virgil Flowers to the unlikely scene of a crime, a peaceful and bucolic wood resort, but one with a many suspects and secrets. And this one I got from when I did a book swap with Sarah Swan. This is the book she sent me, Say You're Sorry by Melinda Legg. I have yet to read it, but it's on my to-do. Excuse me. She went home to heal. She stayed to fight injustice. So her husband dies in Iraq. She has finally found peace. She has a new career. But her babysitter is killed. And her neighbor asked her to defend his son Nick, who stands accused of murder. But Tessa, the mom, has known Morgan and Nick for years. Can't believe he's guilty. So she asked her friend Lance Kruger, who is an ex-cop, for help. But when they ask for help, they become targets for the madman hiding in plain sight. That looks really good. Can't wait to get to that. So these two is what I got at Half Price Books. And I have started reading this one. This is Karen Slaughter, The Kept Woman. I'm only on like page 4. And so far, what I'm about seeing is 2 detectives got called out to this club they haven't got there yet, but they've got called out to this club to a man that's been killed, and he's like a famous cop. But he's at this club that this guy was recently in jail for, but now he's out because he was found not guilty. But now this cop was killed at this club, And the owner of this club is now gone, so they're trying to track him. But like I said, I'm only on page 4, but I've heard great things about Karen Slaughter horror/thriller books. So this is my current read, and I will let you know about it when I'm finished. So there's that. And then I got this one, Behind Closed Doors by B.A. Paris. And I think this is like a marriage thriller. Yeah. Everyone knows a couple like Jack and Grace. He has looks and wealth. She has charm and elegance. He's a dedicated attorney who has never lost a case. She is a flawless homemaker, a masterful gardener and cook, and dotes on her disabled younger sister. Though they are still newlyweds, they seem to have it all. You might not want to like them, but you do. You hopelessly charmed by the ease and comfort of their home, by the graciousness of the dinner parties they throw. You like to get to know Grace better, but it's difficult because you realize Jack and Grace are inseparable. Some might call this true love. Others might wonder why Grace never answers the phone, or why she can never meet for coffee even though she doesn't work. How can she cook such elaborate meals but remain so slim? Or why she never seems to take anything with her when she leaves the house, not even a pen. Or why there are such a high security metal shutters on all the downstairs windows. Some might wonder what's really going on at the dinner party is over and the front door has closed. This book was really recommended to me on Facebook by a bunch of people. And I'm into like marriage thrillers and stuff like that. So I'm excited to probably read this one next after I finish The Kept Woman by Karen Slaughter. So that includes my thriller book haul. If you have any recommendations for me, please put them in the comments below. Like I said, I'm trying to get my feel. Even though I don't know anything about John Stanford, or I've heard of Harlan Coben, never read it. I've never heard of Melinda Lay, which I'm excited to read her. Never heard of Lisa Jules, or I've heard of James Patterson, just never read any of his. So if you have any recommendations for me, please list them down below. If you liked my video, please subscribe. Please like it. Somehow helps me, and I'd really love to have you as my craft room, where I do hauls and craft videos and book hauls. I'm just pretty much putting one channel all into one. I thought about having like a booktube channel and a craft channel, but I was like, you know what, that's just too much for me to keep up, and I will just, I don't know, I just won't keep up with one or the other. So I'm just gonna have all in one, so I can have my bookers, my booktubers, and my crafters all in one little group together. So that includes my haul. Hope everyone has a great weekend, and I have more videos coming for you soon. Hope everyone's feeling great, and God bless you all.